bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders.
Cade York to kick off.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started, and that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. A run here with the rookie from Washington. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. To the air on 2nd down. Dart, a very quick throw there, but not on the same page in this target. That's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Third and long. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's caught! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. 53 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd down and 3. Dart gonna throw it again. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. He separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Ready up.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. To the air again goes Dart. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. That is caught He's in. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Yeah. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go. Rocco.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 39 yards.
There's an air of excitement, Mike, anytime they call his number on the ground, and I think we could see why. You just need to catch the defense off guard for a split second, and he'll be through, sprinting downfield before they have any chance to react.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
60 by 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Washington. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Giants. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Rolling right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Shotgun. It's Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. So on fourth down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Let's go, Reed. Go, Reed. Go. To throw is Daniels on first and 10. Now he'll air one out. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
And 2.
Third and 2. Here we go.
Panther Street. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. The punt team comes on, and here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. Jaden Reed goes back to return. Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Throwing, Dart. Across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first and 10, here is Dart. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Giants first down.
For the longest time, when you threw the ball to the running back, it was a check down, a swing, a screen, kind of short underneath where you relied on guys to run after the catch. But that's not the case anymore. So many of these running backs around the league, Mike, they can run routes, in a lot of cases, almost as good as the wide receivers.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Dart going to throw here on second down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. To the air once more is Dart. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He was taken down by Jartavius Martin.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Throwing is Dart. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone, and listen, I understand that hit is coming, but guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not, and you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. Flush to his right. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Giants will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Throws here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running down, there is a lot of space open underneath.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
Go, set. Go, let's go now.
Daniels now going to look to throw. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screenplay. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what?
Hey, check that,
it feels
check
a
that.
lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now Daniel's going to give this forward to the receiver. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. This one complete right side. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
It's fourth down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on fourth down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Finding room to the 20. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Giants.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed, great run.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Giants. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 60 on the year. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Giants will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Daniels now on first down. That's complete on the tight end screen.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On second down, it's Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
just late on that throw. I don't even think he ever saw that defender drop into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Have the sip. Traveler. Hey, check that, street.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
Back at 60. Ready. 70.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play for the Giants. 37 yards. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Looking to throw. It's Dart. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Big Lion. Let's go now. Ready.
On first down, Daniel. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
That's good for Washington.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Go, Rig. Go. Bronco 80.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That's swung out to Koski Merritt, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10.
Hey, get up. 70 Lions. Go.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball down.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco, touchdown Commanders. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. York, good on the extra point. And the Commanders back within 10. It's now 24-14.
York to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Dart. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, it is Dart. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing again, Dart. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
1st and goal, Giants.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. To the air again goes Dart. That's to the end zone and is batted away. It is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Crack all 80. Big Lion.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Quick throw, taken in. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air again is Daniels. Back into the hands of Lane. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 38-yard line.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Merritt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Okay, ready?
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Start.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's Ja'Cory Merritt. He's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Gain of 10 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Then Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves.
Throwing again. Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. York now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are back within 6.
Giants 27. Commanders 21. Cade York to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
first down. Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He'll get this one to his safety valve. Complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Giants first down.
Let's go.
A play fake. Now Dart. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
That's another
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. To the air once more is Dart. Out to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Dart gonna throw it again. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Josh Uche in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
In motion, Reed. To the air on second down. Dart. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They'll go, and here's Dart. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
A gain of 7. First down, Giants.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
15-yard line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. Now a shotgun. It's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
40-yard line.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
Daniels now on first down. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. Now Daniels throwing on first and 10.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The 37-yard line.
Go.
On second down, it's Daniel. That is underneath, and it's Krosky Merritt. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the takeaway. Quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Right side, catch made by McLaurin.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now Dart. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Here's Lane.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Get it!
Working out of the gun. It's get under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
They'll go. Here's Daniels. He's going to try it here again. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now a give on the ground. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, smash Bronco. Let's hook.
They'll stick with him again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain. So a road win here for the Giants. Their
winning ways continue. They've yet to be...
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.